adventure and romance presents a new thrill for tourists. You pay your 10 francs and voila, a ringside seat at the smallest show on earth, Monsieur Robert's Tame Flea Circus. But don't come too close. Those microbes are man-eaters. And what a show it is. Ali Baba and the 40 Fleas. What thrills, what a spectacle. Prince Charming himself riding up in the fairy coach. No, he's come by taxi instead. And so to the ball. The jitterbugs benefit. Just when everything's going fine, pandemonium breaks out. That's Prince Charming gone west. Those fleas get hopping mad, and the audience scratches for dear life. But the show must go on. Next time, don't forget the DDT.
Performing fleas harnessed to hearses and cannons already existed in the 18th century, and by 1923 there were so many flea circuses in France that a law was actually proposed to protect fleas from cruelty during their training. But today, due to the lack of actors, most flea circuses have closed. Soap has taken a heavy toll, and Pulex irritans, the fleas which live on people, and the only flea able to pull heavy loads, is now a rare species. Some flea trainers are still going strong. Maria and the Cardoso Flea Circus have changed their performers for cat fleas, Cetinocephalidas felis.
When I tell people that I'm a flea trainer, they don't believe it or they think that I'm crazy. Probably the funniest thing about this whole thing is that I have a contract to do this flea circus, I'm getting paid, and I even got a raise because I was not being paid enough. I'm self-taught. I had been practicing for many years how to harness the fleas, how to make that knot around the neck. Not too tight, not too loose, because they escape or they die.
The harness worn by performing fleas is made from extremely fine copper wire, tightened behind its mane. Some trainers use hairs from their own heads. In the 18th century, there was a trade in fleas harnessed together in this way as domestic pets. This was the origin of performing flea circuses. After her success in flea circus on the American continent, Maria Cardoso trains her artists for their European tour. For that, she has imagined a special number called striptease.
Some kind of flea pornography.
And in Munich, Maria begins her tour. This is where the Mathers Big Top is found, the largest flea circus still in activity. The Mathers have been flea trainers from father to son for the last 150 years.
Da wollen wir mal schauen, ob sie auch was können. Da habe ich dann hier unseren August den Starken oder die Augustine, sind ja Flugdamen.
Ja, da oben, da.
Wie heißt der?
Ja, schon, da.
Ist der Damische, wenn dir nichts kommt.
Hans is often called Professor for his knowledge about performing fleas. But in fact, all he does is capture the spontaneous motor responses of his performers, which to escape. Fleas held upside down with their legs in the air turn a ball as they try to make their way along the ground. The same reflexes make fleas pull the heavy gold bridges along. Fleas can pull over 400 times their own weight. Horses can only pull 4.
Wenn wir Menschen nicht leisten, ist mir eine schwere Hilfe für uns.
Hans feeds his fleas every 4 hours from his arm. He never takes off their harnesses and keeps them in extremely flat boxes. Because they hit the cover every time they jump, they get tired very quickly and soon get out of the habit. All his performers live there with all their accessories during their 3-month captivity.
The Mattis Circus is 3 generations old. Of the 7 children, I'm the only one to have become a flea trainer. My uncle once put on a performance for Queen Elizabeth and the family of the Tsar and travelled everywhere in Europe. Today, I find it very difficult to get fleas. I usually get them from the Tropen Institute or during my holidays. I often brought back splendid specimens from the Paris underground.
Hans's whole life and fortune is in these 2 boxes. He recognizes his fleas individually like a shepherd recognizes his sheep. His grandfather used to give them names. Hollywood has found a way to do without the performers. With help from the experts who have made the special effects for Ghostbusters, Ernie has developed 5 automated flea circuses which are currently traveling all over the USA.
You will thrill to the aerial artistry of the flying Flazinis as these flyweight fleas fairly float from the flying trapeze. And you'll marvel at the daring do of dangerous stunts deftly done by that darling daredevil, Fleevil Knievel. Dilbert, look carefully. Kick, good. A little bit higher, and kick, good. And higher, higher. All right now. Let, fly, flee. There it goes. 1, 2, 3, and to the bar, ladies and gentlemen. He made it to the bar. Ho!